One of the biggest stories has to be why we're in the position we're in. 6 months on, then, from lockdown today. 6 months on, and I have some staggering figures for you. Now, I want to caveat what I'm about to say, that this is not an opinion. These are the facts from the official ONS website. And what I'm about to tell you, I think is going to blow your mind, because it blew my mind. And here's the reality of where we're at. For the next 6 months, our lives are not going to be the same. We're going to have to live for the next 6 months, or worse, like we are today. Here's the facts that are undeniable. Guess how many people who did not have a pre-existing condition, this is very important, so people who weren't already ill, okay, guess how many died since February of COVID-19? This is not my opinion, by the way, I repeat, this is facts from the official ONS website. How many people under 20 died of COVID that didn't already have a pre-existing condition? The answer is 4. Guess how many people since February died of COVID-19 that didn't have a pre-existing condition under 40? 39. And guess how many people under 60 died of COVID-19 that didn't have a pre-existing condition? 307. Now, for those 307 people under 60 that have died, it is a tragedy and families are destroyed. But there is 67 million people in this country whose lives are about to be torn apart by economic catastrophe, brought about by the social distancing and the rules that this government are imposing, based on guesswork, because as we know, Chris Whitty yesterday presented us a graph of how it's going to double to be 50,000 cases a day based on nothing other than guesswork. No science, pure guesswork, just on how pandemics work. Well, as we know, we can't believe those figures because in the beginning they thought 250,000 people were going to die, and we know that wasn't the case. So as we sit here tonight, live across the world, the #1 platform for free speech and common sense, I'm telling you 307 people have died since February of COVID that didn't already have a pre-existing condition. I can give you the stats of those who did as well, by the way. Even they're staggering. 16 people, okay? 16 people under 19 died with a pre-existing condition. So that's 20 in total. And our kids are being destroyed. Their souls are being destroyed by this awful situation that is unavoidable for the government. They have to deal with it one way or the other, of course. I'm not denying that. And nor are we denying COVID's a thing. But I'm trying to give you facts and perspective. So 20 people, 4 of which didn't have a pre-existing condition, 16 of which did, have died under 20. Yet, an entire nation's youth is being destroyed by the rules set on guesswork of this government. All right, let's look at the next figure. Those under 40, 181 died who already had a pre-existing condition, and 35 who didn't. So that's 197 under 40 who did, and that's 39 who didn't have a pre-existing condition have died. Now, again, I repeat for the thickos who are hard of thinking, of course this is a tragedy for those people who have died. But these are not facts that are being broadcast in the mainstream media. These are not facts that are being broadcast on the BBC, and these are not facts that the morbidly obese Morgan is churning out every morning to calm the nation. The reality is virtually no one has died statistically. That's what that means. What I've just told you, 4 people without a pre-existing condition dying of something under 20, considering the enormity of that population, it's virtually nothing. I hate to say it, I suspect last week more people under 20 died in car crashes. And here we are tonight, 5 minutes past 9. And for the next 6 months, businesses are going to be crippled. Your life is not going to be anything like it was. There's no chance credible theatre will reopen. Christmas is cancelled, New Year's Eve is cancelled, and this is us until Easter, at least. 307 people have died who don't have pre-existing conditions under 60. Why then aren't we simply protecting the ill, the vulnerable, and the old? The median age for deaths of the Kung flu is 81 years old. If you add all the deaths, that's what I'm saying, okay, add them all together and divide it by the population and work out the median age of those who died, it's 81 years old. What does that tell you? This is a bad flu that has wiped out old people like every bad flu does. I repeat, for the thickos watching who want to spew venom at their screen as they're watching me now, these are not my guesswork calculations. These are the facts from the ONS website in black and white. Go on NHS, they're there. I wasn't sent this as some goof, as a wind-up. This is from their actual website, the government website. Statistics they're not telling us. 307 people in an entire country since February.